Okay, in this video we're going to go over the three vowels that have symbols related to the letter A. All right. So these three vowels represent from left to right at the bottom of this chart the sounds a, and ah. I'm going to go through them one by one, but it's important to remember not all languages distinguish these as important differences. So you may not need all of them. Just keep that in mind. But in English, we use them all a little bit differently. Okay, so first we have the A sound, represented by that combined AE character. This represents a low front, unrounded vowel. So low front describes where the tongue is, and unrounded describes what the lips are doing. This sound is normally spelled with the letter A in English, like in the words ash, cat, and map. The main thing to keep in mind about vowels is that spelling isn't reliable. Pretty much every time we use this sound in English, it's spelled with an A, but not all A's in spelling are there for this sound. For example, we don't have the A sound in leak, break, fair, or wash, and all of them use the letter A. To remember which sound goes with which symbol, my favorite trick is to pick one word that has the right sound and memorize that as connected to that IPA symbol. I like the word ash here, and the reason I like it is because this letter, which is also used in Icelandic and used to be part of the English alphabet hundreds of years ago, this letter is named ash. So the word ash is really helpful that way. I'll give you my favorite example word for each sound, but you can pick a word that works for you as a good example of the sound. Okay. Next we have the ah sound. And this is represented by the regular lowercase a character. This represents a low, central, unrounded vowel. So it's different from a in that it's central. The tongue is a little bit further back. It's not right at the front. This sound is spelled in various ways. It can be spelled with an A, as in arm, but it's also the first part of the diphthong I, as in by, shy, and wild, and you see that that's spelled a bunch of different ways. And it's also the first part of the diphthong ow, as in cow or plow, which is spelled different ways. So I like the word arm for this because it's spelled with a lowercase a, the same as the IPA character. But you need to watch out for lowercase a because the next character is a different version of lowercase a. And I don't know what to say. Phoneticians thought this would make sense and this would be helpful. And it does work when you're doing deep phonetic work, but it can be confusing to learn at the beginning. Anyway, this one represents the aw sound. And that's a low back. Oh, that says central. Let me just fix that. Oh, I need to put that over there. Okay. This sound represents the ah. This character represents the ah sound, and that's a low back unrounded vowel. So like with the other two A sounds, this one can be spelled with an A, as in ball or father, but there are other spellings, like caught, and more commonly it's spelled with an O, like in log, top, or option. For a reference word, I prefer ball or father because they have that A. Now, I just want to take a minute to deal with this very unfortunate fact that we have two lowercase a characters to deal with that represent different sounds. So let's dig into that a little bit, and I'll share a little trick that I use to help remember which one is which. So here are the two symbols. The visual difference is that the symbol for the low central vowel, the one on the left, the A, has a hat on it, right? And the one for the low back vowel, A, doesn't. And hat, the word hat, has a different, no, that doesn't help either. So yeah, the visual difference is that the symbol for the low central vowel, A, has a hat on it, and the one for the low back vowel, A, doesn't. But actually the best way I've come up with to think about these is that the symbol for the back vowel, A, is much closer to an O, right? It's, if I can get this, you see that it's got that O there, and it just got a little extra bit on the side. But it's basically an O with that bit on the side, whereas this other one isn't O-like at all, really. Right? And in English, the aw sound, represented by that symbol on the right, is most often spelled with an O. So there's a bit of a connection there that can help you remember. Anyway, there we are. There's the three A vowels in English. Let me just show them all together here again. The A as in ash or rap, the A as in arm, and the aw as in ball. Does your language have one of these sounds? Most languages have one of these sounds. Some languages have two or three. English is a bit weird to have all three of them. If it only has one, you're fine to just use the regular A, the one in the middle there. If it has more than one, then you have some choices to make. In the next video, we're going to look at the E symbols. So I will see you there.